Yes, mga kasama. Alam nyo, ang kidnapping cases ay primary jurisdiction yan ng Philippine National Police. And so they have anti-kidnapping group. All right. Pero dun sa iniisip ni Secretary Boying, sa ngayon, gagawa kami ng isang task force, anti-kidnapping. So, ang NBI, ang police ay magtutulungan na. Kasi alam nyo, sa intelligence world, meron kami tinatawag na compartmentalization, trabaho nung isa, hindi sa amin pwedeng i-share, no? But then, with this task force that will be created by our secretary, napakaganda na niyan. So, makakapagtulungan kami, hindi na ako mahihiyang magtanong kay PNP chief, hindi na rin siya mahihiyang magtanong sa akin. So sabi ko nga sa inyo, sa intelligence world kasi, meron kami tinatawag na compartmentalization, need to know basis. But with the creation of the task force, magkakatulong-tulong tayo. At eto nga, nandito nga ang mga different organization, Chinese, Filipino Chamber of Commerce, ganyan, naaalarma na sila. So don't be alarmed. Nasa ano pa rin kami, nasa taas pa rin kami ng situation with our Secretary of Justice on top. Wag po kayong mag-alala sa mga kababayan natin sa Chinese community. Wag po kayong mag-alala, gagawa po kami ng aksyon.
And maybe we can take a few questions from the media.
Good afternoon po, gentlemen. I'm Camille Samonte from TV5. Sir, I'd like to ask, prior to the kidnapping and killing case of Anson Ke, meron na rin kinidnap yung Chinese na estudyante, no? This is recently. Meron na rin bang mga unreported cases within the Chinese community na nakaka-experience nito but they just remain quiet, hindi lang kasi Secretary Mulya, you mentioned na may trust issues with the law enforcement agency kapag nakakaranas nga sila ng mga ganitong incident.
In our meeting earlier, we touched upon this. There were some unreported incidents actually. Many families chose not to cooperate with law enforcement, and we only found out when tapos na. That's why we really welcome the leaders of the Filipino-Chinese community who are here right now to conduct a dialogue para we try to reestablish the trust in government. Kasi nga, in the very end, pag hindi tayo nag-cooperate, hindi natin mahuhuli ang gagawa, we'll all be father to them. Papain lang tayo lahat sa kanilang magawain. Kaya kinakailangan talaga cooperation ng community tsaka ng enforcement dito sa bagay na to. And of course, ang isang part ng dialogue namin is about prosecution. And we assure them that we will also make representations with the Supreme Court for special courts to be drawn up just to hear cases of this nature. Kasi urgent concern to sa ating bansa. This not only, it is a national security issue, an economic issue, and an issue for our feeling, our well-being as Filipinos. I think it redounds to every Filipino that we have to be on top of everything happening in this country. Pakisarado lang. Wala mo nang baba.
Sir, meron din po kasing news article na lumabas recently saying that this could be connected with Pogo dealings. According dun sa article po na inilabas ng Manila Times, meron daw pong nire-request na refund yung Pogo boss or something po from the businessman. Is this confirmed, sir?
We're aware.
Similarities in the pattern of the kidnapping and the torture that happened to them?
That's also within the range of our conversation earlier. but we cannot release everything that we talked about. I think that it's not executive privilege, it's just that these are operational secrets that we cannot divulge right now. But we are aware of this theory or this piece of news, and we actually have more. We have actually more information about it, but we do not want to divulge everything in media. We have to operate quietly for this to be effective. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng you have a band playing in town saying, papunta na kami dyan. Hindi ho ito eh. This is very, very hard undercover work that we have to undertake to be able to catch the perpetrators and of course, to be able to assure the community that we are just present everywhere.
Next question. Yes.
Hello. Hi, sir. Hello, everyone. I'm Jacob Lazar from the Philippine Daily Inquirer. I just wanted to ask if we have at least a list of suspects on who could have done this.
We have theories.
I'm sorry?
We have theories and we have suspects. Yung theory, syempre, why the crime was committed and by who. Yung dalawang tanong na yan, we are working on it already. At in fact, Chief Marbil has been working on this for the past ilang linggo nyo na tinatabaho to. From the British school incident until now, they have not stopped working. The PNP has not stopped working on this matter. Don't open.
Okay. Sir, follow-up lang po. I guess I just wanted to ask, no, it's been almost 4 months since naban na po yung Pogos, but even now, they're still lingering. And even now, na para bang possibly related sila sa mga cases. Ano pong masasabi nyo na hanggang ngayon, no, nandyan pa rin sila in the shadows?
Ano kasi yan eh. Kaya nga, ayaw ng presidente na matuloy ang Pogo, na magtuloy-tuloy. Kasi nga, yung ills na dala ng gambling money ay madalas may underworld na papasok as part of it. I think you're aware of the videos that came out before on the way people were tortured and the way people were killed nung panahon ng Pogo rito. Unfortunately, no, many of these criminal elements are still here. And we are still, we are aware of many of them, or most of them, pero syempre mailap yan eh. And we have to catch them in flagrante, if ever. In flagrante, or there has to be strong testimonies. But we will get there. Ang Pogo talagang isa nga yan sa mga ills na iniwasan natin, kaya pinasaraduhan na ang Pogo. Kasi nga, it encourages other people to come over in the hope of having easy money. At yun ang problema kasi, pag sinabing easy money, usually that's connected to crime.
Any other questions? If there are no other questions, maybe we can go back. One more. Sige po. Go ahead.
Sorry, sir, follow-up ko lang. For this case kaya, since we haven't really divulged yung developments ng investigation, is there a strong possibility that Pogo entities are related here?
The news that was in the Manila Times is something we're considering seriously. And we have a lot of validation done. We're having a lot of validation done para we can make sure that all of this information is correct. Kasi syempre, not all of it will be so accurate as to depict a true picture. Dapat talaga ma-validate natin lahat yan. Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, paad lang ako. Sir, just want to ask about the family. Kamusta po yung cooperation nila with the law enforcement agency? Did they mention gaano nakatagal itong pagbabanta na natanggap nila?
We will speak about it in due time. I don't think we want to speak about the family at this time.
Alam niyo mga kasama, lalo na sa media, ang kidnapping case very ibang klase na kaso. So, may sinusunod kami na protocol. Like, nasa na ba? Hindi namin masabi sa inyo na nasa na ba ang extent ng aming investigation. So, we keep quiet na akala ng ating mamamayan, wala kaming ginagawa. But, number one, protocol namin sa kidnapping cases, the safety of the kidnapped victim is paramount. Hindi kami pwedeng magdadaldal sa inyo na, meron na kaming pera, or nandun sila sa Laguna, o nandun sila sa Cavite. Hindi pwede. We have to do our job silently. Kasi very sensitive nga itong ganitong mga kaso. Remember, may iniingatan tayong buhay na dapat maligtas. So ganun po yan.
In the age of social media, people want instant news. Instant solutions. It doesn't happen that way in real life. Hindi ho ganun ang totoong buhay. Malaki hong paghihirap yan bago natin makuha yung binubuno natin. So, we just ask for the patience of people na we will release the information when they're ripe for release. Pero hindi natin pwede ma-preempt yung ginagawang action ng government in this matter. So, to everybody who came over today, especially the Filipino-Chinese community and the leaders of the Filipino-Chinese community, of course, the heads of the agencies. Kanina kasama rin namin si Commissioner Viado of the BI. Actually, ang Interpol representatives are the PNP, the NBI, and the BI, Immigration. Sila talaga ang totoong Interpol coordinators sa Pilipinas. They act for the Interpol in our country. And NBI, the PNP, and of course the BI. At we called on Commissioner Viado to make sure that the borders are secured if the need, especially when the need arises, when we have to catch people who may be fleeing from the country. We called the meeting with the Philippine-Chinese Chamber, or the different groups within the Chinese community, the Phil-Chai community. And I brought with me two of the most important people for law enforcement. Of course, we have Director General Marbil, the head of the PNP, and Judge Jimmy Santiago, the head of the NBI. At we had a pre-meeting before that where we discussed the creation of a task force. At that will be drawn out over the weekend, and the result will be announced next week by Miko. Miko, ikaw na mag-a-announce, no? Okay. Then, after that, besides this matter, meron na kasing ideas kami kung ano nangyari with this the crime that happened to the victim who was found in Rodriguez, Rizal. And we had an idea about this. We were talking to each other already prior to this. Since last week. Actually, I got involved lang nung Monday. But since last week, and I was talking already to Chief Marbil about it. Almost every day na tayo nakikita, no? Almost every day na kami nakikita ni Chief Marbil. And of course, Judge Jimmy, katext ko araw-araw rin to make sure that everything is okay. So the creation of the task force is paramount. We have to choose people who will at least exemplify the values that we hold dear to the PNP and to the NBI and to the DOJ. At ang aim dito is to have a higher visibility leadership that people can talk to pag mayroong problema. Kasi ang problema, when these things happen, a lot of them don't trust. Marami hong doubt about law enforcement and government. Ang maraming tao, they'd rather do it themselves. Now, are we going to talk about what happened? I think it's a police matter right now. We're undergoing all the evidence gathering, and but we will give a few words to General Marbil and to Judge Santiago before we proceed to the next item in our agenda. So, Chief.
Thank you po, sir. Actually, dun sa kidnapping, what happened to dun sa si Anson Tan, it's a different kind of kidnapping. Sabi ko nga, hindi lang to kidnapping, and how we see it, it's more of I guess, sorry, I just want to, more than that, and we'll just come up with the investigation after this. We just want to clarify kung talagang how it was done. But we have already mga leads that will entail us. Ang hiningi lang po namin with our the beloved SOJs to help us with yung kaso po natin, build up yung cases natin. So we'll be sharing yung mga leads po natin with the PNP, what we got. And of course, they got something kasi tama po si SOJ. That was last week po namin pinag-usapan yan. We're sharing notes, what happened. And sabi ko nga, may malaki kasi yung twist eh. So hanggang doon lang po ako after ng investigation. After we have completed the investigation and filed the cases, doon na po kami magsasalita what really transpired during the whole the process of negotiation and sa kidnapping itself po.
Of course, our president has given the very strict order to us, to all of us, to the three of us, na be on top of the situation para masukol itong ganitong pangyayari kasi yun talaga ang kailangan ng ating lipunan ngayon is law and order. And there are reforms being implemented, but the more important thing is there is an awareness within the community that we know what happened, we know what's happening, and but we will need the help of the community para maka-act kami accordingly sa mga problemang dumarating on a day-to-day basis. Wala ho tigil talaga itong trabaho namin na to, but we signed up for it, so we're not complaining about the job we have to do. It's something that we have to do. Every time that we wake up, ito po ang aming ginagawa, is to solve problems. So, that's par for the course for all of us. So, sa ating, Mr. Pedro, meron kayong gusto sabihin?
Sir.
Let me first express our full confidence representing those who are present this morning with our Honorable Secretary of DOJ, Secretary Remulla, together with our Chief PNP, General Magbil, at saka MBI Director Bautista. Santiago, hindi pala Bautista, mali. Anyway, the three of them is here. Together with, dyan pa tinulungan din kami ni Immigration Deputy Laugan. Andito pa si Yusek Sanares. Nandyan din yung BI Commissioner Biado. All of them are doing their best to help us, and we're very confident that this issue will be addressed very soon. Sooner than soon. Kasi ito po'y natatakot yung mga business community dahil po sa kidnapping nito, kasi this is very unique eh. Hindi lang kidnapping, binayaran na, pinatay pa. Ito ang ayaw namin. So ito ang creating so much apprehension on the business sector and even in the population. It's not just the Filipino-Chinese. I'm sure even the Filipinos are nagtataka kung bakit nangyari yan. Di ba? Nakita niyo sa litrato, bugbog sarado. Bugbog sarado. So this kind of crime should not be tolerated, should not be accepted here in this society, especially here in the Philippines. So we're very happy. I don't know if that's the word to use. Mali yata yung happy. Palitan natin yung happy. We're very assured, okay, we're very confident that we will get on top of this issue, and hopefully something good will come out of this. And as I said, we will go out of our own to assure the community, especially the business community, that everything is moving forward. And we will hopefully find a solution in the near future. Maraming salamat po.
There will be hotlines given. Meron kami mga numbers na ibibigay in the next few days para hotlines na pwedeng magbigay ng tip, magsumbong, whatever is needed by the community. These hotlines will be functioning within the next few days. And hopefully the DLG will be running the hotlines together with another hotline in the DOJ. Sa DOJ po, is Undersecretary Nikki T will take charge of it. At kasi wala pa si Secretary John Vic is coming in tomorrow night. Kasi he was set on a mission by the President. But he's coming in tomorrow night. And of course, his non-appearance here, it just means that he was busy with something else abroad. Pero pauwi na siya. He's coming home very soon to take care of this thing also. No? Para maasikaso rin lahat ng kailangang asikasuhin dito. And I'd like to thank the Chief PNP and Judge Jimmy for coming over. And of course, our Chinese community leaders who are here to give their sentiment, and we had that dialogue earlier, para siguradong makikita ng taong bayan, hindi ito pakitang tao, pero ito po ay genuine reach out sa bawat isa para mas mabilis ma-solve ang mga problema. So to everybody, thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po sa ating lahat at magandang hapon.